This whole fucking generation is so unbelievably sad.
What we have now is a completely neurotic population.
When did mediocrity and banality become a good image for your children?
We are led by the least among us, the least intelligent, the least noble, the least visionary.
I want my children to listen to people who fucking rocked!
How important it was.
Image and charisma.
These kids now don't understand that. They've never seen anything good to even know what it takes to be good.
If you're just getting to, like, partying age, you're fucked. There's nothing going on in this country anymore. It's done. It's just a suck generation. It's the most boring fucking generation in the history of people.
It would be good to be realistic about it and not to dismiss the gloomy point of view anymore.
I want you to know I don't automatically wash my hands every time I go to the bathroom, okay?
I masturbate a lot.
I just took a 3.5-hour shit, and I'm bleeding from the asshole.
Well, if you weren't so pathetic, you'd be funny.
That's it. Run along, little puppies.
You know what I mean? A bit of the apples and pears and there's your father.
You know when I wash my hands? When I shit on them.
Don't be absurd. You're being old-fashioned.
A responsible citizen became somebody you considered rather a bore.
Puppies.
Because it was somebody that never questioned anything. And punk rock's greatest asset was that it questioned everything.
Big thing about it right off the bat was, man, these guys are all weirdos, but they don't care. In fact, they kind of celebrate it.
You have no right to push and shove us little kids around.
I don't feel bad about leaving the United States, which I now think is a huge, evil center of corporatist fascism.
I want to get away from everything civilized.
Personally, I never take any special precautions against germs. I don't shy away from people who sneeze and cough. I don't wipe off the telephone. I don't cover the toilet seat. And if I drop food on the floor, I pick it up and eat it.
The tingliness comes from sodium ricinoleate, a substance which both dental research and years of use in dental practice have shown to be good for the gums.
Armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth. So now everybody's running around, scrubbing this and spraying that, and overcooking their food and repeatedly washing their hands, trying to avoid all contact with germs.
They've got us against the wall.
There's capitalism for you.
You take EMI Records, you look what they're connected to. You can drag them into golden egg restaurants, even supplying arms to South Africa.
Isn't the motion picture medium dominated by people with Jewish last names?
He's a jackass.
As an animal activist, I'm not buying your records.
Who will save rock and roll?
Why do you dislike rock and roll so much?
Dead. Rock and roll is dead, and we don't care.
It's a disease, it's a plague, it's been going on for too long, it's history, it's vile, it's not achieving anything, it's just digression. They play rock and roll at airports.
It seems to be an old-fashioned format to go on stage with guitars.
If I don't misunderstand you completely, I think there'll be a lot of jolly good new noises in it.
I hope you're right, and I hope there are some jolly good new noises.
Culture is not your friend.
Show me a bill that they can make me pay.
Culture is for other people's convenience and the convenience of various institutions, churches, companies, tax collection schemes, what have you. It is not your friend. It insults you. It disempowers you. It uses and abuses you. None of us are well treated by culture.
It's just a business.
It's all dumbed down.
When you're talking about American poor people, the gap has increased, but our poor people have TVs, dishwashers, cell phones.
The culture is a perversion. It fetishizes objects. It creates consumer mania. It preaches endless forms of false happiness, endless forms of false understanding in the form of swirly religions and silly cults. It invites people to diminish themselves and dehumanize themselves by behaving like machines.
Do you really think I don't have a heart?
Super realistic sex dolls, a metal skeleton, and 35 joints inside her allow her to move like a real woman.
Well, she's a very efficient, capable sort of thinking machine.
There's a materialism in capitalism that seems to trump all others.
Culture is not your friend.
I would call it my individual God identity, Merv.
I beg your pardon?
I would call it my individual God identity.
What part of no idols don't you understand?
Well, you're a fake.
Corporatist fascism.
What happened to that grass that was floating around?
Every kiss, every hug seems to act just like a drug.
One of the mistakes that human beings make is believing that there is only one way. If it brings her to the same point that it brings you, it doesn't matter whether she called it God along the way or not.
Oh, an atheist, eh?
Atheist. Atheist. Atheist.
is intensity, honesty, expression, exploring things and exploring them really hard.
The music movement, often called
punk, and that's high energy music that's good for the body and soul.
Unless we remember our yesterdays, there will be no tomorrow.
History does not matter.
Me, 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 me.